And after these things I saw another angel descending from heaven, having great authority, and the earth was illuminated with his glory. And he cried out with a mighty voice, saying, "Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great! She has become a dwelling place for demons, a haunt for every unclean spirit, a haunt for every unclean bird, a haunt for every unclean and detestable beast. For all the nations have drunk the wine of the passion of her sexual immorality, and the kings of the earth have committed immorality with her, and the merchants of the earth have grown rich from the power of her luxurious living." And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, lest you share in her sins and receive her plagues. For her sins have piled up to heaven, and God has remembered her iniquities. Pay her back as she has paid back others, and repay her double for what she has done. Mix a cup for her, a cup full of the wine of her wrath. As she glorified herself and lived luxuriously, so give her a like measure of torment and grief. For in her heart she says, I sit as a queen, I am no widow, and I will never see grief. Therefore her plagues will come in a single day, death and mourning and famine, and she will be burned with fire, for mighty is the Lord God who has judged her. And the kings of the earth who committed immorality with her and lived luxuriously with her will weep and wail over her when they see the smoke of her burning. They will stand far off, in fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, O great city, O Babylon, the mighty city, for in 1 hour your judgment has come. And the merchants of the earth weep and mourn over her, because no one buys their cargo anymore. Cargo of gold, silver, jewels, pearls, fine linen, purple cloth, silk, scarlet cloth, all kinds of fragrant wood, all kinds of articles of ivory, all kinds of articles of costly wood, bronze, iron, marble, cinnamon, spice, incense, perfume, frankincense, wine, oil, flour, wheat, cattle, sheep, horses, chariots, slaves, and human souls. The fruit you desired has gone from you, and all your rich and splendid things are destroyed. Never again will they be found. The merchants of these things who became rich by her will stand far off, in fear of her torment, weeping and mourning, saying, Alas, alas, O great city, clothed in fine linen, purple and scarlet, adorned with gold, jewels and pearls, for in 1 hour such great wealth has been brought to ruin. And every sea captain and every passenger and sailors and all who make their living by the sea stood far off and cried out as they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city was like the great city? And they threw dust on their heads and cried out weeping and mourning, saying, Alas, alas, O great city, in which all who had ships at sea grew rich by her wealth, for in 1 hour she has been brought to ruin. Rejoice over her, O heaven, and you holy apostles and prophets, for God has judged your judgment on her. Then a mighty angel lifted a stone like a great millstone and threw it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence will Babylon the great city be thrown down, and will be found no more at all. The sound of harpists, musicians, flute players, and trumpeters will never be heard in you again. No craftsman of any trade will be found in you again, and the sound of the millstone will never be heard in you again. The light of a lamp will never shine in you again, and the voice of bridegroom and bride will never be heard in you again. For your merchants were the great ones of the earth, and all nations were deceived by your sorcery. And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints, and of all who have been slain on earth.